Hello and welcome to my channel, and if you have already been to my channel, then welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about the difference between things happening to you and you choosing them, because there is this idea that we choose our reality, and there's a lot of people that are partially connected to the law of attraction principles, and other people that are talking about that kind of topics that I have seen online, and a lot of them are actually right up to some point, but I want to explain how to not get really into extreme with this, because yes, you choose your reality, but then there's also things that you don't actually create, because we're living with a lot of different people on this planet or within our community, and there are a lot of people that influence our lives in different ways, and we are creating our reality, but there are other people who are creating different realities as well. Okay, so here is what I want to put as a principle, something that you can follow, something that I have evaluated from my own life. What does it mean things to happen to you, and what does it mean you are choosing certain things? Okay, so here is the difference. When something is just happening, there is a person out there who is behaving certain way, or they're doing something that affects you badly. You cannot choose for other people what they're going to do. You cannot control other people's actions or thoughts or opinions or words. So this person out there, they're a separate entity, they're walking around with their free will, so they can do or say something that is, let's say, negative, or that impacts you in certain way. And that thing could be disrespect, that thing could be something else that is, let's say, misbehavior in some ways, that you can be sometimes the target of it, or maybe you can be some form of a victim of it, right? So certain things can actually happen, and they can be caused by other people. Now, what is the difference between those things that happen, that are out there, and that you need to learn to deal with them, and that you need to learn that they exist, and the things that you actually choose for your life and your reality? The difference is that when somebody randomly does something, let's say for the first time, and you experience it, then it is this person doing something, possibly to you. Now, what differentiates your choice, you choosing it for your life, is the way you respond to it. Do you take it? Or do you walk away? Or do you communicate with this person? Do you keep communicating with this person? Or do you stop? Do you put any boundaries? Do you stand up for yourself? Etc. So when somebody does something once, it is like they're just doing it. This is out there. You go out and exist and communicate with different people. So yes, you're going to experience this once in a while, and then you move on with your life. But now, the point that you actually choose it is when you engage with it in a way that it affects you emotionally, or you choose to communicate with this person on consistent basis, like they become a part of your closest circle. Or let's say you're looking for communication with them, or let's say they want to communicate with them more than you're comfortable with, and you don't put the boundary. then this means that you are actually choosing this because you're making it a part of your world. Okay, so in any sphere in life, in your profession, in your business, in your career, or in your personal life, there is a lot of things that you need to handle and that you need to deal with. And there's also duality, so you have to handle the good and you have to deal with the bad. You need to accept the good and the bad. From every situation, there is good and bad. There is positive and negative. And you need to handle both of them. But now here the question is, are you focusing on the bad? Are you choosing to deal more with the bad rather than with the good? So this is the question. Let's say you're employed somewhere, you're an employee of a company, and there is one colleague who is disturbing the peace of everybody, who is maybe they are disturbing the communication, they're not communicating healthy, maybe they are manipulating, maybe they are trying to do some kind of gossip or something else, or they're just not kind person, and also they're sabotaging the work in different ways. Now, as an employee of this company, what you can do if you want to keep your job is you need to put yourself a boundary with this person, a personal boundary, but beyond that, you cannot do much because that person is there, they're employed in a company. So now the person who is making the choice is actually your boss, the manager or the owner of the company, who is responsible for the people that they employ, for the people that they hire. So you can actually question now, why would that person hire this kind of personality, this kind of employee? And at this point, this is your boss's choice. Okay, so you're there, you're going to your work, and you need to handle different situations. And it just happens so that there's one employee, one colleague that you need to find a way to deal with. Well, whatever is within your choice, you're going to deal with that person. You're going to do the necessary thing to put your boundaries. But then, after you end work, after your work time is over, you're going to go to your family, you're going to go to your friends, your actual closest circle of people, and that colleague is not going to be within this circle of people. So you're not going to choose more communication with that person rather than at work. And this is going to be your boundary, and this is going to be your choice. Because you're going to think, okay, if that person can do so many things at work and sabotage the work process, then imagine what they can do in your personal life, right? If that's how they operate. But now the person who's truly choosing is the person who is responsible for who is hired in this company, maybe the owner of the company or maybe the manager. And now you have to accept the reality that there's other people, they also have their free will, and sometimes they're the ones that are making the choice, and in this situation it is because this is their company. Now you can do another choice, which is to quit your job. You can actually quit your job, you can go to another company. But now, of course, then there's this other question, how are going to be the people in this new company? So again, you have a choice on your hands, but that is your choices. Those are your choices, right? You're choosing your own reality. You cannot choose other people's reality. Now there's another option. You may choose to start your own business and to be self-employed, or to have your own company and you're the one who's hiring people in this company. But that comes with a lot of other responsibilities, a lot of other things that you need to handle, and if you're ready, great. That can also be your choice. But again, what is choosing your reality in particular? It is the things that you can do about it. Okay, I hope I have explained it correctly, because I have been in a lot of situations throughout my life where somebody misbehaves, and I don't like this reality where this person misbehaves, but I realize that I'm not choosing this reality because I cannot control this person's behavior. But then I still have choices. And a lot of those choices are connected to me putting some boundaries, walking away, distancing myself in certain way, and still not choosing this reality. Because I can see this reality, I can observe this reality, I can acknowledge that this is a reality out there that exists, but at the same time, I'm not choosing it for myself and my life or my career or my family or my closest circle, etc. Okay, so this is for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave my website below in the description, and you can like and share this video, and you can also subscribe for my channel. Thank you very much and have a great day.